bought him countless meals. So yeah, man, I just think Godfrey's a punk.
I'm not no punk. I ain't no I was raised by one.
What's up, everybody? This is the world famous Ed Lover, and you are watching Forgotten Kings TV. That's right, Forgotten Kings TV. Come on, son.
What's going on, world? It's your homie Sensei Ripper. I'm back again with another video. Listen, y'all. Godfrey has responded to Vlad sending shots at him for the past month or so. Of course, as we all know, Lord Jamar, he pretty much sold his soul and returned to Vlad and VladTv after having his recent fallout with Godfrey over a flat earth debate. Okay, this whole controversy involving Vlad apologizing over the Minister Farrakhan controversy earlier this year on Willie D's platform. So for whatever reason, people are already looking at Lord Jamar funny, but Vlad seems to be upset that Godfrey will not be returning to VladTv. Okay, and for some reason, Vlad continues to bring up Godfrey in the situation while interviewing other guests. You know, recently he had Aries on the platform. Again, as we all know, Aries is, you know, made some comments about Ice Cube. A lot of people looking at him funny. So he's ready to, you know what I mean, return fire at everyone that's been calling him out. And here go Vlad, you know, speaking on Godfrey in the situation. So y'all know how we do. Let's check out this clip and hear exactly what Vlad had to say about Godfrey again. And then we're going to hear Godfrey's response. Okay, shout out to the YouTube who was able to catch this. Again, I want to make sure I shout him out. Y'all make sure to subscribe to Fried Plantain Comedy. Okay, I'll make sure to leave the link in the description. But yeah, this popped up on the timeline, and we've been covering the Vlad controversy involving Lord Jamar and Godfrey for a few months now. But like I said, I've been seeing Vlad sending little shots here and there. And, you know, at first he seems like he's upset, but then he moves the goalpost. So let's just get into the clip real quick so y'all can hear exactly what Vlad had to say about Godfrey and his response.
Godfrey's been in my home. I bought him countless meals. So yeah, man, I just think Godfrey's a punk.
I'm not no punk. I ain't no I was raised by one. You see what I'm saying? And people know that about me. I'm not that dude. I was very nice to you. I was always cool with you. I was cool with Jamar, all of them mother. And two men gossiping about another man, that's to me. Then he said, which was another lie, that I was feeding him meals like I'm some United Way mother. I'm like, what are you talking? I went to your house one time. You're lying, and you're lying to black people, black men, so that you can pit us against each other. You black women, then you pit us against each other. I don't like mother like you. It's bullshit, and you're lying.
Godfrey's been in my home. I bought him countless meals. So yeah, man, I just think Godfrey's a punk.
Come on, y'all. Did y'all hear that? That's Vlad speaking about Godfrey being a punk. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. It's one thing to be upset that Godfrey has, you know, made it known that he will not be returning to Vlad. It is what it is. Keep your money. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Shout out to Mason Camp. But for you to continuously move the goalposts, all right, people already look at you crazy within the culture, right? Black culture, hip hop, black spaces. You want to claim to be one of the top dogs in the space. Okay, right? But you move in a way that's just very arrogant. You know what I mean? How is it that he's a punk? Because he's chosen to not return to Vlad. I mean, come on. And then look at Aries face. He has nothing to say because this is the setup. If Aries even speaks during this moment while Vlad is venting, now it turns into Aries reacts to, you know, Godfrey Vlad controversy. And from what I know, Aries and Godfrey on good terms. Like I said, he's ready to go at those who've been calling him out over the Ice Cube controversy. So this is just a typical Vlad tactic in which, you know, makes the interview about himself. And this isn't just me, right? On some hating shit. You can go read the comments on his own platform. You'll see. But the point is, Vlad has gotten very comfortable. And we all know what happened with the Rick Ross situation. Okay. You know what I mean? He's going to definitely get them people involved the moment any physical confrontation happens. You get what I'm saying? It's already been stated that he has security on site, but maybe that's why he's that comfortable. You know what I mean? Speaking in the manner in which he can say these things, because that's wild. Calling Godfrey a punk and all of that, you taking it to a different level, because again, coming from the streets and where we from, you don't get any clout beating up on somebody that you know you're going to beat up on. You get what I mean? And respectfully, Vlad, you're not a tough guy. Okay? You're not a tough guy. So you don't want to take it to that level, because now when something happens, because again, Godfrey, he's a grown man. This is just grown man shit. Call a person out for something they did, cool. But this is Godfrey's decision to not return to Vlad. Why can't you just let it go? You know what I mean? Like I said, Vlad, he's very delusional in the space of hip hop media. He really thinks that in the end, his opinion holds weight. Like I said, he was blessed to be in the space and, have a lot of content during the time period. He was ahead of the curve, so to speak. You get what I mean? But this has gotten out of hand. Vlad, you've been able to make your money. Keep making your money. But pushing, buttons and trying to get engagement and going about it this way, that ain't going to work. Because again, he's smart enough to know to not do that to one of these little rappers. You know what I mean? Just keep it, content. This is what I'm talking about. Platforms have now taken this new approach of just, weaponizing their platforms to go at people. And for what? Listen, at the end of the day, it's up to the people to call it out. But all of this, all because Godfrey has chosen to not return to Vlad's platform. Okay, while others like Lord Jamar, D.L. Hewley, Aries, Faison, it's obvious they getting paid for the interviews, but that's the part that, bothers Vlad so much, that damn, Godfrey really gonna turn this money down. You can't tell him no. Now it's a problem. Now he's a punk. Like I said, Godfrey ain't a chump, man. Come on. He's a comedian. He comes in peace. You know what I'm saying? When he's out there moving in the real world, Godfrey ain't a tough guy either, but he ain't a pushover. You get what I'm saying? The man, that's what I'm saying. Like, why would you even take it to that? You know what I mean? He's a punk. Come on, man. You fed him meals. Oh, I mean, damn, what, you found him on the street or something? Like, this is what I mean about how Vlad and his mentality is in this space. You know what I mean? His platform, his money, his status. I mean, damn, we're all blessed enough to get money doing content, but you just so cocky as if, your platform is the end all be all, man. Just be blessed and thankful that you have a platform that allows you to make money in a space where these industries are dying, okay? It's tough for the artist, the actor, the creative to truly be compensated. You're in a space now where you've been able to get this money and people called out your way of getting this money, but this is media. This is where we at with it now. It's a decision that has to be made. Will you display integrity while, creating a platform of this magnitude? Is it possible? Because going about it like academics and others who choose to weaponize their platform to make it personal, this is when you play yourself. Your ego has gotten out of control. But again, this isn't nothing new. But the fact that I seen this clip of him calling Godfrey a punk, and you can see it's getting to Godfrey a little bit. You want to talk shit, that's one thing. But when you now using certain words where you're disrespecting the man, now you got to really see that man. And you're doing all of this all because the man has decided to not come back to Vlad or the platform. Why? Because you made a mistake by misquoting the Minister Farrakhan, and it took you several years to apologize, because in your heart, you weren't wrong. You're never wrong. And that's the problem. You're so arrogant in the space, that you don't even have the awareness to really know how to move within the culture. And this is why certain people that are non-black within the black space, right, within the culture of hip hop, whether it's media, they move as if they don't really give a damn about the culture. I'm gonna just be real. Let's be honest, man. It is what it is. But y'all let me know. What are your thoughts on Godfrey and his response to Vlad calling him a punk? Again, like I said, shout out to the homie who caught this, because I've seen the shots from Vlad over the past month or so. A little, little jab here and there. I'm like, okay, cool. Godfrey, he on the road, he making content. You know how it is with comedians. They constantly traveling all year round. But when you start calling people punks and all of that, trying to, basically chump Godfrey. There's no way around it. You know what I'm saying? Why speak about Godfrey in that manner? You know what I mean? What would make Vlad feel comfortable to call Godfrey a punk? Because like like I said, if Godfrey was to try to punk you publicly, he's not going to get no stripes for that, at least coming from the street. So that's why it's getting a little out of hand, Vlad. But y'all let me know, what are your thoughts on the controversy with Vlad and Godfrey? Because again, like I said, I'm scrolling through the timeline. I see this clip. I'm like, huh? There's no way. Like I said, shout out to the homie who caught it. I'll make sure to leave the link in the description. But yeah, man, y'all let me know your thoughts, and I'll keep y'all posted if anything else continues to, materialize from this topic again. Because like I said, we about halfway up throughout the year, so media's kind of gotten a little dry. But we're gonna continue to give y'all the best of the best. All right, make sure to like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Also hit the notification bell. If you want to promote your business, your brand, we have slots available. Make sure to hit my email, Forgotten Kings TV. That's Kings with a Z @gmail.com. Definitely open to speaking business with anyone. And yeah, over and out, y'all. Peace.
MREC TV.
We mentioned VladTv.
Right.
Now, put me on. What's going on? Why he put your name in a bad light? Like, what's going on?
He was a part of that whole Kading, Reggie Wright, now Whack 100. He was a part of that whole team out there in Cali that was spreading false information
Say word.
by the death of Biggie Smalls.
So they get the nigga and shit, so man, they put him on a car on the ground and shit, they rob him and shit. Like, the feel me, the shotty, I sawed it off myself, so I know that shit do real damage. TM had that shit to the nigga head, and I'm thinking to myself, it ain't even over no real money. I'm already about to go to jail. And I said, nah. And the nigga eased up off him. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was kind of terrified because I ain't even want to see that. Like, I'm one of them niggas like, I'll pat at you, but I ain't running up on you and shooting you in the face and then standing over you, hitting you 12 times. I'm not psychotic like that. Like, you feel me? If I did it, it was over some money or over some disrespect. So I was out to prove a point, not to, maim or disfigure nobody. Like, I'm not a psycho type shit. Like, you feel me? Like, so, you know what I'm saying? That was a terrifying moment for me because I ain't want to see that, and I'm about to get sentenced. You feel me?
Have you lived the life the streets tried to write for you, but ultimately found your own ending? Do you have a story of survival, betrayal, or redemption? We're looking for real people with real experiences to share their truth. If the streets tried to break you, but you made it out, we want to hear from you. Hit us up now to be a part of The Streets Is a Myth.
I don't be wanting no distractions when I'm starting my day. I'm facing 20 years in jail. I don't got no time to...
Thank you for watching my video. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also, hit that notification bell to get the latest on hip-hop, sports, comedy, whatever. All right, we got you covered over here at Forgotten Kings TV. And also, click on one of these videos, okay? All right, y'all.